Okay, so everything always starts with the Kanban board. As you remember, we've got our epic, and our epic says that it's a very simple task because this isn't about PHP code. This is about the procedure through continuous integration. So say hello world. In order to feel welcome, the world should be greeted when it first loads the page. Standard hello world. And our first task was to plan the epic tasks. So they're in the new issues. You're not allowed to move them into the backlog until they've been enriched. So reply hello world when called. So this is our first scenario, and we'll say be greeted. Given that I have opened my browser and that I am the world, when the project URL loads, then I should be told hello world. Okay, so that's going to form the basis for our first test. And you remember we have to have a failing test before we can continue to make the test passed. Now that we've enriched it, we can move it into the backlog. I'm going to do the job, so I assign it to myself. I'm going to give it a label, and it's a feature. So it's a feature which in this Kanban board is called an enhancement, but I tend to call them features, but I'm not going to change that for now. I'm just going to leave it. So it's got an enhancement. I'm going to put it into our first milestone. Milestones are important because it's how the reporting on the project is done, but we'll come to that later in the presentation. And I'm going to give it an estimate of 2. It's not a very difficult feature. And there we go. We've now enriched the card, so we can close it. And there we go, updates. It's got my user, and it's reply hello world when called. So now we've enriched our card, and it's can form the basis of our first test.